there's one reason to watch CNN, and it's Scott Jennings. I hope that this guy gets a shot at press secretary because he would be amazing. What Scott Jennings was able to do on CNN, again, the lone bright spot on that network, what he's been able to do over this last year has been magnificent. Surrounded by people that don't like him, that disagree with him, he was able to dismantle their arguments with grace and with humor. Boy, that's needed in the White House press room. Listen.
Oh, in private meetings, I've seen
the music, by the way, is also amazing. But go.
Joe Biden do cartwheels and handstands while doing trigonometry while solving all the nation's problems. We now know that every single person who said that has been lying to the American people. One day, Donald Trump couldn't hold a glass of water, and we had like every medical person coming out of the woodwork. So we have the 25th Amendment. Joe Biden could barely walk up the stairs. I would argue
no proof that tech companies colluded to do this. This is nonsense, and he knows it. No, I'm sorry.
There was a major institutional effort.
No, there was absolutely dozens and dozens of them. Was the
New York Post thrown off Twitter?
They were, and then they. Scott, let me try again.
Scott, let's let Kara finish. Literally, she's actually done. She's done the work.
It's really hard to deal with you.
You want to insult me? Go ahead.
No.
If you called Kentucky Fried Chicken and said, "I'd like to interview Colonel Sanders," now his face is on the bucket. He doesn't make the chicken anymore. In fact, he's not even alive anymore. This is what the Democrats are asking people to do. Vote for the face on the bucket. He was fine and he's strong and then he's fine today. Nobody believes that. And I just think at some point, then why isn't he running?
It's organic. The entire Kamala Harris campaign has been organic. And so now we're...
What? Organic. This is the literal most manufactured presidential campaign ever. She didn't even run. Well, quite a few people will vote for Harris, so I think we should all open up a head examination doctor's office. We'll have plenty of people to...
In all those categories.
A lot of men think Democrats care more about dudes who want to become women than dudes who just want to be dudes.
Well,
it's pretty apparent the disdain with which they hold half of the country in.
That's crazy, Scott.
I'm sorry. I'm just reading the journalism. I'm pro-journalist here. I'm reading the journalism about Hunter Biden running the ship here. She's like a true double threat. You know, she's terrible on her feet when she gets unexpected questions, and simultaneously, she can't even answer the expected questions. You give me too much credit. I wish I had some billionaire friends. You know, what's a mistake you've made? Nothing. What's a weakness you have? Nothing. What's the first law you want to pass? Nothing. What's a policy difference between you and Joe Biden? Nothing. Over and over and over. Empty, empty, empty. If she were an animal, she'd be a duck-billed platitude. But look, it's in Walls himself, who gave the most disastrous response to a question about his own dishonesty about being in Tiananmen Square that I've ever heard. Effectively, what he has said is, sorry, guys, I'm too dumb to tell the truth. Fabrications in his own resume. And his answer was essentially, me no understand words good. I mean, he's a buffoon.
Kamala Harris and Tim Walz believes is that it's none of your business what women do with their body. And so stay out of our doctor's offices and stay out of our bedrooms.
Well, I guess I'll have to speak up for the babies. They're not here to speak for themselves.
I'm telling you, this guy has earned the job for White House press secretary. Now, I think that Trump knows what he's doing. But if I had to recommend somebody, it would be Scott Jennings. There's something about his demeanor. There's something about his comportment, his tone of voice, the way that he cracks jokes and mocks these liberal journalists in the media. He would be an extremely effective press secretary. He's quick on his feet. I mean, he looks the part. I'm just saying. And so my question to start, and of course, now we're looking at MSNBC might be sold. Comcast wants to sell it. Their ratings are tanking as well. Again, there is a God and God is good. These networks need to go by the wayside. Nobody listens to them anymore. And at the core of all of this stuff is trust. Nobody trusts the media anymore. And it's because they lie. They have lied nonstop. They said that Biden was the sharpest guy in the world. You heard in that clip that Kamala's campaign is authentic, that Kamala's going to win. Why would you watch them when you could tune into a show like Wendy Bell and I doing election coverage? We're more accurate than they were, and they get paid lots of money to do this. Nobody believes these people anymore. And because of that, their business model is crumbling.